How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slaptamam. You're about to see some really scary videos. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
The first clip on our list was uploaded to TikTok by user Cheyenne Maya XO. It's a brief excerpt of some home security footage that shows a rather disconcerting scene. Take a look. Watching that again, out of nowhere, the door opens as if controlled by some sort of unseen force. While the uploader suggests it might have been the work of a ghost, it's a certain type of ghost known as a poltergeist that is thought to possess the ability to manipulate objects in the living world. Unlike traditional ghosts, which are often associated with apparitions or spectral visions, poltergeists are known for their alleged ability to move or levitate objects, create unexplained noises, and even cause harm to human inhabitants. Reports of poltergeist activity have been documented for centuries across various cultures, and are frequently associated with particular locations or individuals, especially adolescents. While skeptics often attribute these occurrences to natural phenomena or human-made pranks, many believers argue that they provide evidence of the supernatural realm's interaction with our physical world. So does this footage prove the existence of poltergeists? Watch it another time and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Recent unexplained phenomena in the skies above Colombia have sent the UFO community into a frenzy of excitement and speculation. In a particularly perplexing incident, an unidentified flying object described as a crescent of blue lights was seen hovering over Bogota. Shared on Instagram by the user Unanswered Universe, the spectacle has left many baffled. No one has managed to explain or debunk this eerie sighting. Yet, this isn't the sole mysterious airborne event to emerge from Colombia recently. Another incident, already hailed as one of the best UFO footages ever, was captured by none other than model Valentina Rueda Velez. On April 4th, 2023, Valentina was aboard a private plane cruising at an altitude of 20,000 feet beneath a pristine blue sky. Suddenly, about 10 seconds into a video she shared on her Instagram story, a small black dot materializes on the right side of the screen. Moments later, a disc-shaped saucer darts past the cockpit, banking to one side and gliding swiftly beyond the plane. Many were taken aback by the footage's clarity and authenticity. Here's the footage slowed down. However, there were skeptics amidst the sea of believers. Some speculated it could be a drone, while another suggested it might just be flying debris. Despite the differing opinions, a consensus emerges. This could very well be one of the best UFO video footages ever filmed. With these baffling occurrences coming in quick succession, it begs the question, why Colombia and why now? What draws these mysterious entities or objects to the Colombian skies? As the world looks on, the quest for answers continues, fueling debates, discussions, and of course, some wonder. A spine-tingling photograph has emerged on Reddit, uploaded by Vivid Situation 7132. The story behind the photo, taken during a night shift in an elderly care home, only adds to its chilling nature. According to the user, their mother captured the image after a resident's bedside bell unexpectedly rang at 4 a.m. Rushing to the isolated room, she and a colleague reportedly found an unidentifiable figure standing by the bed. The pair snapped this photo and hurriedly left the room. While some viewers believe the image depicts an older woman adorned with a pearl necklace, skeptics argue that the figure might merely be a result of low light and poor photo quality. Regardless of one's belief, the unsettling photo raises more questions than answers. Could this be a genuine paranormal occurrence, or is it simply a trick of the light? The debate continues. This next eerie piece of home security footage was captured by a friend of TikTok user Hard to Ghetto as they were leaving for work at 5:30 a.m. Take a look at what the cameras caught. A strange dark figure walks by in the distance. It's as though the homeowner notices it out the corner of his eye, but by the time he looks over, the figure is gone. Some commenters said it looks like CGI, but others weren't so sure, noting the man's reaction as though he genuinely did see or feel something was there. As always though, I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers, for final judgment. A disquieting image has recently captured the attention of online audiences thanks to Facebook page Paranormal Popcorn. The photo in question was snapped during a family camping trip about 8 years ago near Taylor's Falls in Minnesota's Interstate Park. Remarkably, the family only noticed an unsettling detail after they returned home and reviewed their vacation snapshots. In the background of what seems to be a perfectly normal family photo, an unidentifiable black shadow can be seen lurking at the back right corner. What adds an additional layer of intrigue to this already chilling scenario is the unfortunate history of the area. Weeks before the photo was taken, a man allegedly drowned in a nearby river, heightening speculations that the shadowy figure might be a spectral presence. Interstate Park, known for its scenic beauty, has now piqued the interest of paranormal enthusiasts. Some are even considering it as a potential location for ghost hunting expeditions. While the veracity of the photograph remains up for debate, it has undoubtedly fueled discussions about whether or not the park really is haunted.
Someone's got whispering. I just heard it.
In September 2020, YouTube channel Unearthly Wanderings raised a few eyebrows during a now infamous live stream. The eerie episode unfolded during a casual Saturday live session among colleagues and friends. Attention was drawn to Terry Charms, one of the participants whose camera seemed to be struggling to focus on an undefined object or presence.
Now you can
You got one on your nose. A dot on your nose.
The moment that the main camera switched to her window, viewers and co-hosts alike spotted something rather eerie.
What?
Yeah, when you move your head, it went from your nose to in your mouth.
He's good.
And now that's in your mouth.
What?
Yeah, when you move your head, it went from your nose to in your mouth.
You can clearly see what appears to be fingers reaching up to touch Terry's left shoulder from behind.
You see the fingers. Tell me what you think it is.
This is made all the more chilling by Terry Charm's previous claim that she felt a constant presence with her. It should be noted that she was alone at home at the time of the incident, with her dog sitting on the other side of the room. The video has generated a flurry of discussion, theories, and good old-fashioned internet sleuthing. Could this be a genuine capture of a paranormal entity on camera, lending credence to Terry Charm's claims of an ever-present, unseen companion? The footage is unsettling and surprisingly clear, making it difficult to dismiss outright.
You see the fingers. Tell me what you think it is.
Reddit user PurpleVersion9156 has ignited a buzz on our Slaptamam subreddit with a puzzling piece of home security footage. Recorded on September 1st, 2023 at 10:49 PM, the video shows a seemingly normal scenario, two cats quietly sleeping on separate couches. But watch what happens. One of the cats abruptly moves in an unusual way, giving the impression that an invisible force just pushed it. Further adding to the mystery, viewers noticed an orb floating past the screen near the end of the clip. Soon after, a light appears to flicker in a mirror hanging on the wall. This series of strange occurrences has led some to speculate that the footage captured a ghostly entity interacting with the cat. However, not everyone's convinced. Skeptics are quick to point out alternative explanations. One commenter offered a more mundane interpretation, suggesting that the cat might have simply been startled awake from a dream. The commenter also added that orbs commonly seen in infrared videos are often nothing more than airborne particles like dust, pet hair, or bugs, and shouldn't be interpreted as signs of paranormal activity. So, did an unseen entity push the cat? Or was the feline just reacting to a dream or some sort of random noise? Take another look and let me know what you think's going on here in the comments down below. A recent upload on TikTok by user A Kid in Her Backpack has captured the attention of many, sparking discussions and theories about the mysteries of life, death, and the beyond. The footage shows a 96-year-old grandmother in a hospital, where she claims to see a pink child standing next to her bedside.
Can you see this little pink girl here?
The pink girl?
You can't.
As the video progresses, it becomes evident that the elderly lady is experiencing something out of the ordinary.
Top all Taylor Doyle's.
Taylor's there?
Hmm?
Taylor's there?
Taylor.
Yeah, I thought you said Taylor.
Viewers were left speculating. What was the grandma witnessing? Was it a manifestation of her memories, a trick of the mind, or perhaps a genuine encounter with the supernatural? The footage resonated particularly with healthcare workers, many of whom commented on the phenomenon. Charlie Garber, a hospice nurse, commented, "I see this all the time. Then they see loved ones who have already passed. Happens all the time. Still gives me goosebumps." Another user, Sapphire Eyes and Healthcare, offered a similar sentiment, stating, "I'm a hospice nurse. It's normal for them to see relatives and pets that passed when they're close to passing away." The comments and the footage raised poignant questions about the nature of our existence and the mysteries that surround the end of life. Whether the elderly lady's experiences are part of the brain's way of coping or evidence of something more profound remains a matter of personal belief. Regardless, the video serves as a touching reminder of the depth and complexity of the human experience.
Party toiler. Harder.
They're having a party? Who's having the birthday party?
Oh, I don't know.
Slaptamam fan Trish McCubbin sent this next clip to our community page over on Facebook. Take a look at what's been captured. Trish explains that the footage was captured on CCTV in the stockroom of the shop where she works. It shows what looks like a wheeled trolley laden with supplies seemingly beginning to move all on its own. As you can see, there doesn't appear to be any way the trolley was pushed by a person, as it seems to be resting too close to the wall. This clip certainly presents a rather creepy mystery. Could it be the work of a disgruntled poltergeist, or is there another way to explain the trolley's eerie movement? We'll throw this one over to you, the viewers, for final judgment. Several years ago, a Reddit user by the name of Carmina Cat shook the online community with a chilling piece of CCTV footage. Captured at Stone Brewing World and Gardens in Liberty Station, San Diego on January 15, 2019, the video has reignited conversations about the property's haunted history. Originally serving as a naval training center, Liberty Station has a long history dating back to the 1920s. The complex has been repurposed into a sprawling mixed-use development that includes shops, restaurants, and even art studios. However, some say the echoes of its past remain in more ways than one, with numerous reports suggesting that the site is haunted. Given its history as a military installation and the emotional turmoil such places often see, rumours of paranormal activity seem almost inevitable. It's a little after 5 AM when the CCTV footage in question shows something rather odd. A white figure suddenly appears near the bar. Soon after the video was posted, Reddit users quickly chimed in with their own stories and experiences. Many confirmed the haunted reputation of Liberty Station, recounting tales from friends and family who have either seen or felt phenomena they can't explain. From shadowy figures to unaccounted footsteps, the tales add another layer of intrigue to this already storied property. So, is Liberty Station really haunted? Given the anecdotal evidence and the strange phenomena caught on this video, it seems increasingly difficult to dismiss the rumours surrounding Liberty Station. While no conclusive proof exists to confirm its haunted status, the tales and footage certainly make a compelling case for the paranormal. Or perhaps the whispers of Liberty Station's past are just that, echoes of a bygone era that have taken on a life of their own in the collective imagination. One thing's for sure, however, the debate is far from over, and Liberty Station continues to be the subject of both fascination and fear. A chilling incident from a late-night shift has left employees at a building site perplexed and questioning the unknown. The mysterious episode, captured on CCTV and shared on Instagram by user Paranoid Normal, has caused quite a stir. On a seemingly ordinary evening, a welder was engrossed in his work during the night shift. Alone and undisturbed, he continued his task, until a security guard, while reviewing the night's footage, noticed the welder engaged in an animated conversation. Confused, the security guard summoned the welder to the security office to understand the situation. The welder said he was speaking to another colleague during his shift. Take a look at what the cameras caught. As the footage rolls, you can see the welder conversing enthusiastically. and at one point he even appears to shake hands with an unseen entity. The welder insists that a colleague was there with him in full uniform, chatting and making jokes. The story takes a chilling turn when both the security guard and the welder were informed that a colleague of theirs had tragically died off-site the previous night. Given the timing of events, whispers among staff suggest the possibility of the welder's interaction being with the spirit of the departed worker. Could this truly be a communication from the beyond, or just a puzzling coincidence? The incident leaves us with more questions than answers. Slaptamam fan Simon Graham sent us this creepy clip over on Facebook. Take a look at what it shows. The poster claims it's a snippet of footage that was captured on his friend's security camera located in their garage. The video, captured at 5:43 AM, shows a child's toy car suddenly beginning to move, seemingly all on its own. The creepiest part of the story is that the poster's friend claims that at the time the footage was captured, the car's battery had been taken out and was being charged on the workbench. So could the car's unexplained movement be the work of a cheeky poltergeist? Or is there another way to explain this rather unnerving footage? Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. Our first bizarre clip of the day comes from the TikTok account TerrasNocturnos. See if you can spot the small detail that has everyone freaking out. Did you catch it? The number on the player's back appears to change. It goes from 21 to $J, then to 18. This fleeting change might be easy to miss upon first viewing, but once spotted, it's hard to unsee. The bizarre transformation of the number has ignited a barrage of theories online. One of the most popular speculations is that this could be a glitch in the Matrix, referring to the idea that our reality is nothing more than a computer-generated simulation. Delving deeper into this hypothesis, some enthusiasts suggest that the glitch might be hinting at a secretive code embedded within our simulated existence. However, deciphering this code or understanding its significance remains elusive. Whether you're a believer in the simulated reality theory or just enjoy a good online mystery, one thing's certain: this strange sighting is adding fuel to the fire of internet enigmas. A recent photo shared on the popular paranormal Facebook page Ghosts of London has left social media buzzing with questions, theories, and a fair amount of fear. The image, captured on the London Underground, initially seemed to be a standard snapshot of a young man riding the train. However, upon closer examination, an eerie figure appears in the window's reflection. A figure with dark sunken eyes and a grey, pallid complexion. According to the individual who submitted the photo, it was taken while they and their friends were on their way to a concert. The mysterious figure wasn't noticed until a week later when they were browsing through the pictures. When they zoomed in on one particular image, they were so shocked by the figure lurking behind the young man that they dropped their computer to the floor. Once the photo was posted on Ghosts of London, dozens of comments began pouring in, each trying to make sense of the unsettling figure. Commenters were visibly shaken, with many remarking on the intense eeriness of the figure caught on camera. So what are we to make of this? Is this a mere trick of the light, a bizarre reflection, or a genuine paranormal entity captured on film? The London Underground has a long history rife with stories of ghostly apparitions and unsettling phenomena. Given the undeniable eeriness of the figure, its haunting eyes and lifeless complexion, it's difficult to brush off the image as mere coincidence or simply an illusion. Uploaded to Reddit by user DietAltruistic6826, this photo has caused quite a stir on the social media platform. According to the poster, the picture was taken in a church parking lot while the photographer was waiting for a fireworks display to begin. They believe that the figure that's being captured looks like a ghostly bride, and looking at it, it's easy to see why. The figure appears to be wearing a long, white dress with its head covered by a veil. The image of a ghostly bride wandering forlornly in a tattered wedding gown is a haunting motif that transcends cultures and time. Often tied to tales of love gone awry, betrayal, or tragic accidents, these spectral brides are said to haunt the locations of their misfortune. Could this photo show the ghost of someone who met an unfortunate end on this very spot? Perhaps this is their way of reaching out from the beyond. A recent video uploaded by Redditor 420Dougie to our subreddit has caused quite a stir among the community. Captured on the morning of the 17th of August 2023 at 4:33 AM, the footage shows some perplexing events that have left viewers debating their causes. In the video, the homeowner is seen nonchalantly moving about their living room. Without any visible interference, a bag mysteriously falls off the countertop. Moments later, the unexplained activity continues when a chair shifts position, seemingly all on its own. While many are quick to dub it as paranormal activity, others are looking for more logical explanations. Some users have offered that it might just be gravity at work. Perhaps the bag was perched precariously or the chair was not resting on all four of its legs. So I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers, for final judgment. What do you think's going on here? Let me know in the comments down below.
Friends, I am the Midwest Ghost Hunter, and I am currently on my way to by far the scariest location I've ever been to.
In a recent episode of the up-and-coming YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Hunter, lead investigator Ian embarks on a chilling journey to one of North America's most haunted locations, the Sandhaven Sanatorium in North Dakota. Located 2.5 miles northeast of Dunseith in Rolette County, the Sandhaven Sanatorium first opened its doors in 1912 as a tuberculosis treatment center. It later evolved into a mental asylum before closing in 1987. The sanatorium, which has been ominously nicknamed the Sanatorium of Death, is rumored to have a death toll exceeding 1,000. Ian, fully aware of the property's grim past, courageously opts to spend the night there all alone.
I'll be spending the night there by myself, trying to document evidence, more evidence of it being haunted.
As he ventures into the dilapidated halls and rooms, he starts to experience increasingly strange phenomena. Soon, he begins to hear some screaming sounds. Then, moments later, you can hear what sounds like coughing.
What was that? It sounded like a breath.
While walking around the property filming, Ian's also capturing still images with a second camera. It's in one of these snaps that he appears to have caught a strange white apparition.
Whoa, I think I got something on here. Dude, that was like a figure.
Yet a second photo, taken a split second later, shows nothing at all.
Oh my god, and it's gone. Dude, I just caught something. It was by that window.
Soon, his video camera starts to pick up some strange anomalies as well. Here, you can see a white mist.
I just got that in the freaking camera.
But the scares don't stop there. At one moment, Ian notices something moving past a window.
Whoa. Dude, look. Nothing. There's nothing.
Soon after, a shadow starts to form at the end of a hallway, further heightening the eeriness of his solo exploration.
Is this where they kept your body? Oh, holy shit! Oh.
The Sandhaven Sanatorium isn't just notorious for its past medical practices and high death count. Tragically, it was also the site where a 17-year-old ghost hunter fell to his death from an elevator shaft in October 2001. With such a history, could it be that the spirits of the deceased still roam the property? Ian's experience seems to suggest that the Sandhaven Sanatorium is haunted, but as with any paranormal investigation, viewers are left to draw their own conclusions. However, if the video footage and eerie occurrences captured during this episode are any indication, the Sandhaven Sanatorium may be one of the most genuinely haunted places in America. Would you dare visit? Let me know down below. This creepy photo was originally posted to the Ghosts of London Facebook page. The person who captured the picture notes that it was extracted from video footage recorded by their home security system. In the video, the figure's appearance is supposedly so brief it happens in just the blink of an eye. They go on to say that they believe that the ghostly figure might actually be their deceased grandmother, as it would have been her birthday the day before this image was captured. So what do you think? Does the figure captured on the poster's security camera resemble the photo of their deceased grandmother? Let me know your take on this one down below. Urbex Hill, a rising YouTube channel specialising in urban exploration, has taken its audience on another hair-raising journey, this time to the long-abandoned Paul Revere Elementary School in Cleveland, Ohio. Chris, the channel's lead investigator, ventures into the dilapidated building to uncover its secrets, and what he discovers has left viewers puzzled and somewhat unsettled. The Paul Revere Elementary School was constructed back in 1920 with significant extensions added between 1925 and 1926. The school closed in 2010 due to lack of funding and dwindling student numbers. It wasn't long before the property fell into disrepair, the broken windows and crumbling facade adding to the rumours that the property is haunted. Heading in on a cold winter's night, Chris begins to navigate the old school's maze of hallways and deserted classrooms. It isn't long before Chris realises he may not be the only person in the building.
What is that? Do you hear that?
Someone else is walking around with a flashlight.
Somebody's here.
Chris hides and waits for them to leave. Later, while exploring an upstairs bathroom, Chris has a near heart-stopping moment.
Somebody's in there.
Somehow, he regains composure and decides to have a second look.
Oh, it's a f***ing toy.
Turns out to be nothing more than a mannequin.
Out of me. Holy shit, that scared the hell out of me. I thought it was a person standing there. Look at this.
Sometime later, things take an even more unsettling turn as he ascends a staircase and hears the unmistakable sound of footsteps echoing through the empty halls.
This place is crazy. I remember the last time I exploded. Hello?
However, the climax of this spine-chilling episode occurs roughly 35 minutes into the footage. While exploring the old admin quarters, something truly eerie is caught on camera.
What's in it?
Watching that again, Chris captures a shadow moving across one of the old offices. He enters the room, only to find it empty. There's no sign of life, or even a reasonable explanation for what he just recorded.
Where did he go? What the f***? He was standing right here.
So what are we to make of Chris's latest expedition? Could these odd occurrences and the chilling shadow be evidence that the Paul Revere Elementary School really is haunted? Or is there a more rational, earthly explanation for the sounds and sights captured on camera here? Whatever the case, Urbex Hill's exploration has undoubtedly left its mark, adding another layer to the local legends that surround the old Paul Revere Elementary School. Whether believer or skeptic, viewers are now left to grapple with the eerie footage and draw their own conclusions about what might truly haunt this old abandoned institution. Three years ago, Reddit user L. Tibbs shook the paranormal community with an unsettling series of dashcam stills that defy easy explanation. The footage comes from an automatic recording system used in delivery trucks managed by the user's father-in-law, who serves as the VP of operations at a delivery company. The cameras in these trucks record whenever an unsafe event occurs, such as abrupt braking or swerving. One camera faces the road, while the other records the driver. According to Al Tibbs, the incident in question occurred late at night or early in the morning on a pitch-black two-lane road. Two truck drivers saw something unusual ahead, a female figure in a white dress walking directly in their lane. Despite their disbelief, the external camera clearly captured the figure, while the internal camera recorded the driver's shocked reactions. The drivers stopped, convinced they must have hit the woman, but found no evidence of any accident, nor was there anyone in sight. The police were later called and investigated the scene, but found no evidence of anyone anywhere. Even more chilling, subsequent research revealed that a girl had been killed in that very area in a separate incident back in 2013. She was struck by two vehicles while walking on this very stretch of road. The images are as unsettling as the story itself, capturing each moment of the eerie encounter. Internal emails within the delivery company referred to the event as the Ghost Incident, indicating that even skeptical corporate types were puzzled by what the cameras had captured. Unfortunately, legal reasons prevent Al Tibbs from sharing the actual video, but the screen grabs are compelling enough to spark both intrigue and alarm. Could this be an actual ghostly encounter captured on dashcam, or is there a more prosaic explanation that is yet to come to light? One thing's for sure, the images and the story behind them continue to captivate and confound those who dare to delve into this modern-day mystery. When Lisa Jane Galvin noticed her horse Amber was acting strangely, she decided to take a picture. This is what she caught. There appears to be a ghostly figure actually riding the horse. Could it be possible that it's just a remarkable case of pareidolia, or is there more to the image? The term ghost rider conjures images of a spectral horseman galloping through the night, often as a harbinger of doom or an agent of vengeance. The notion of these spectral riders have been woven into the fabric of various cultures, folklore, and popular media. In American folklore, one of the most iconic tales of ghost riders comes from the legend of the Ghost Riders in the Sky. This tale tells of cowboys who are forever doomed to chase a herd of cattle across the sky, serving as a warning to the living about the consequences of a life of sin. In other cultures, ghost riders often serve as omens. The Wild Hunt, a European folk myth, describes a group of ghostly hunters in frenzied pursuit of their quarry. Witnessing this phantom chase is said to presage some catastrophe such as war or plague. While interpretations vary, the central theme remains consistent. Ghost riders are restless spirits forever bound to their ethereal steeds, riding in pursuit of an unending goal or to deliver a message from the beyond. Given such a legendary background, it's tantalizing to consider the possibility that this photo might show a genuine spectral rider. However, with the current evidence at hand, we're left in a realm of speculation, and the true nature of the image remains shrouded in mystery. Sticking with the simulation theory, here's another odd one from TikTok user Knuckleball Twins. The clip shows a group of people acting rather odd. As the video continues, even more individuals are seen wandering the streets, seemingly entranced or robotic in nature. The video's peculiarity has sparked a flurry of debate and speculation. Drawing parallels to the previous Glitch in the Matrix video we just watched, many TikTok users are now championing the idea that such footage is evidence of our existence within a simulation. This interpretation takes a step further into the world of video games, suggesting that many of these people are NPCs or non-player characters, essentially programmed entities designed to support storylines, much like in a video game. This conceptualization feeds into the broader simulation argument, a hypothesis that postulates our entire reality might just be an elaborate computer-generated illusion. This idea posits that our perceived reality is created on demand, much like how video games are optimized to render only what's directly visible to the player. The debate has moved beyond just TikTok and pop culture. Scholars and scientists have joined the conversation, aiming to identify potential markers of a simulated existence, or even calculate the probability of our reality being virtual. Recently, Columbia University astronomer David Kipping weighed in with a striking analysis. According to Kipping, the odds that we're living in base reality, a non-simulated existence, are almost even, about a 50.22 to 49.77 chance. Interestingly, the study also proposes that if humanity ever achieves the capability to simulate conscious beings, the probability would lean heavily towards our own existence being a virtual construct within a more advanced civilization's simulation. So does this eerie footage from Knuckleball Twins provide proof of simulated reality? While the video alone can't confirm or refute the theory, recent scientific studies suggest the odds being closer to 50-50 than we previously imagined. The debate rages on, but one thing's certain: the boundary between our digital and real lives is becoming increasingly blurred. On August 3rd, at precisely 9:39 PM, something unusual and downright unsettling was captured on the CCTV cameras of a home, and Reddit user Just Here for the New was quick to share it with the world. The footage shows a visibly anxious dog barking and pacing in front of a home, already seeming to sense that something's off. But what happens next is what's really grabbed the internet's attention. Watch. The camera suddenly captures what appears to be a pair of dark, disembodied legs running past the scene. The dog, already on edge, goes into full alert mode, barking even more. A second CCTV camera, positioned at a different angle, also catches this eerie phenomenon. The consistent capture from two angles makes this sighting all the more perplexing, and for some, all the more credible. So what do we make of this bizarre footage? Theories have begun to flood in from all corners. Some speculate it could be a clever hoax or perhaps an optical illusion. Skeptics are quick to question the video's authenticity, citing possible video editing or suggesting the legs could belong to a person partially concealed by the darkness. Yet others believe the footage could very well represent something paranormal. The dog's overtly anxious behaviour prior to the appearance of the disembodied legs supports this notion, according to some, given animals are often thought to be more sensitive to supernatural phenomena. For now, however, the footage remains a complete mystery, leaving viewers to draw their own conclusions. Reddit is a goldmine for curious, creepy, and downright baffling phenomena, but every so often a post emerges that truly sends shivers down the spine. One such post, shared by the user Who Doesn't Write, features a series of chilling photographs taken many years ago when the Redditor was just 14. The images were taken in rapid succession and show the young boy posing at his dining table, located between the kitchen and the living room. While the first photo appears entirely normal, the second shows a mysterious dark figure looming just behind the boy. The third image also suggests a shadowy presence over the boy's right shoulder. Strangely, by the fourth photo, the background is clear once again. Adding an extra layer of intrigue to the photos is the user's accompanying narrative. The Redditor mentioned that other mysterious events have occurred, affecting not just him but also other family members. Although most of these odd occurrences could be explained, a couple stand out: a bed shaking in his brother's room, and a voice coming through the radio saying "go away" in their native language, despite both radios being tuned to different frequencies. The narrative and the images together paint a haunting picture, leading many to wonder, could this boy be haunted by some sort of presence? The temporal nature of the figure's appearance and disappearance in the photographs adds to the mystery, especially when considering that these were taken in quick succession, which makes conventional explanation like tricks of the light less likely. Many commenters have suggested a range of theories, from camera glitches to Photoshop, but the eerie backstory makes it hard to dismiss this series of photos outright.
Aquí hay una persona que tiene implantes en el pecho. Aquí hay una persona
Popular TikTok sister duo Odalise and Daphne, hailing from Mexico and boasting over 20 million followers, recently posted an unsettling video that has both fans and skeptics talking. While engaged in the game Alguien Aquí, or Someone Here in English, they experienced some inexplicable occurrences. During the game, the room's lights inexplicably start to flicker, visibly unnerving the trio. But it wasn't until they were editing the video for posting that they noticed something even more bizarre. In the background of the footage, a strange figure appears, a figure they insist was not present at the time of recording.
Aquí hay una persona que su mamá tiene conectado su WhatsApp.
The girls claim they were home alone, adding another layer of creepiness to the situation. To this day, the siblings are at a loss to explain the enigmatic figure captured on camera here. Given their massive following, the video has become a subject of intense debate. Some viewers are convinced that the sisters had an encounter with the supernatural, while others suggest there could be a more rational explanation. So could it be a ghost? Or could it be a trick of the light, or perhaps a glitch in the camera? Regardless of one's beliefs, the video certainly provides ample fodder for discussion, capturing the collective imagination of millions and leaving many to question what exactly lurks in the background. This next video, posted to Reddit by Facamp, shows something rather mysterious. Take a look. While brief, the footage appears to show a strange mist-like substance waft past the camera. The person who posted the video, once a skeptic, began to notice strange events after moving into the house. Initially dismissing them as inconsequential, their view changed upon seeing this eerie footage that was captured at around 2 AM. They further point out that they've eliminated usual suspects like glare from the TV or airflow from heating vents as the cause of the mysterious occurrence. Additionally, they mention that the house has a history of a previous death, the landlord's best friend. The poster decided to upload this footage to Reddit in an attempt to get some answers. This is certainly a strange clip, one that's not easily explained. So we'll throw this one over to you, the audience. What do you think this bizarre mist-like substance could be? Is it paranormal, or is it something else entirely? Let us know down below. In a recent video shared by the Facebook page UFO Discover, viewers were taken aback by an unusual sighting. A passenger aboard a commercial airliner managed to capture footage of another aircraft passing by in the distance. However, as the video played out, an unexpected event took place. An unidentified, incredibly fast-moving object shoots past the aircraft. Here it is, slowed down. Its rapid trajectory and quick exit from the frame have left viewers wondering about the nature and origin of this mysterious object. In the wake of heightened discussions around unidentified flying objects and with the US government's recent congressional hearings on unidentified aerial phenomena, this clip further fuels debates and speculations. While some argue it might be cutting-edge military tech that hasn't been disclosed to the public, others speculate it could be evidence of extraterrestrial visitations. While the true identity of the object remains unknown, the footage stands as yet another piece in the ever-growing puzzle of UFO sightings, compelling both skeptics and believers to continue their quest for answers. In a post that's captured the imagination of Reddit users, DazBoy11 has shared a video that's puzzling both weather enthusiasts and lovers of the mysterious alike. Captured during an intense thunderstorm, something truly odd has been caught on camera here. Watch. Ball lightning is one of the most enigmatic phenomena in meteorological science. Typically occurring during thunderstorms, these glowing spherical objects can vary in size and have been reported to hover, dart, or drift around before suddenly vanishing or exploding. Ball lightning has been the subject of various scientific theories, including explanations that range from electrical fields to vaporized silicon. However, the exact nature of this phenomenon remains largely unknown, and documented instances are relatively rare. St. Elmo's fire is another weather-related phenomenon, but is less mysterious compared to ball lightning. Often mistaken for lightning, St. Elmo's fire is actually a continuous electrical discharge that occurs from pointed objects in a strong electric field. Sailors in ancient times saw it as a good omen when it appeared on the masts of their ships during storms. Unlike ball lightning, St. Elmo's fire doesn't move independently. It's confined to the tip of a structure like a ship mast or an aeroplane wing, or even a church steeple. While both phenomena are weather-related and involve electrical activity, there are key differences. Ball lightning is a free-moving, self-contained sphere that seems to defy the laws of physics. It moves independently, displaying unpredictable behaviour before its abrupt disappearance. St. Elmo's fire, on the other hand, is stationary and more predictable, confined to an object, and considered less mysterious by meteorologists. So does the footage shared by DazBoy11 depict a rare instance of ball lightning? Or is it something else? Given its erratic, independent movement across the horizon, it seems to align more closely with the characteristics of ball lightning rather than St. Elmo's fire. So, have you ever seen ball lightning in person? We'd love to hear your experiences if you have in the comments down below. When a potential homebuyer began researching properties, they came across this listing for a house in Live Oak, California. The image, as seen here, was later uploaded to the Ghosts of London Facebook page. Supposedly, after the potential buyer called the real estate agent trying to get more info on the picture, they blacked it out. However, the property, which was originally on the market for $39,000, then mysteriously tripled in price. The potential buyer claims that they ran the image through a photo editor software app and found that the ghostly anomaly hadn't been added to the original photo. Furthermore, they believe the figure doesn't have any eyes, just sockets, noting it could be the ghost of a woman. If you zoom in on the figure, you can see that it does indeed appear to have a somewhat skeletal face. While the authenticity of this image is uncertain, it serves as a haunting reminder that there are elements of our world that remain unexplained, challenging our understanding of the known and the unknown. Whether a genuine apparition or an optical illusion, the photo undeniably stirs the imagination and keeps the age-old debate on the existence of ghosts alive. This unsettling video was uploaded to TikTok by user Abu Rahman. It shows two men in a dark cave, one of whom seems to be in some sort of trance-like state, or even possession. The man in the foreground points towards a dark tunnel on the opposite side where a mysterious creature is said to be lurking. The camera holder begins to panic. However, the man attempts to calm him before beginning to perform some type of ritual. After several seconds, the man then quietly approaches the one in the trance. Placing his hand over his eyes, he appears to release him from this strange state. Several viewers have suggested that what we're witnessing is actually a jinn possession. According to some sources, jinns require a human to attach to during rituals, which could explain the state of the man in the background. Jinns are supernatural entities rooted in Islamic law, believed to inhabit a dimension beyond human perception. They can be good, evil, or neutrally disposed to humans. They're also said to have the ability to change shape and are often depicted as taking on animal forms, such as dogs or snakes. While jinns have their own societies and traditions, their realm is believed to be able to intersect with ours, leading to tales of possession, influence, or harm caused to humans. So does this video show a jinn possession actually taking place? Unfortunately, without more information on the footage, this one will have to remain a mystery, at least for the time being.
If you want to watch some more scary ghost videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a massive playlist right there. Now, if you love what we do here at Slaptam, consider becoming a member. There's a little join button there that'll pop up with all the benefits our members are currently enjoying. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.